It's Madden NFL.
Happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's out of bounds, but not before getting across the 50 to the 45. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's...
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Now the Jets offense ready to take over, and they do so behind the now 40-year-old quarterback. He hit that milestone back on December the 2nd. Here is Aaron Rodgers.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Rodgers. That is caught, and they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 88 yards.
And their success running the ball in the previous game has to give them a lot of confidence, but they also understand going against a top 5 rush defense means you have to have a lot of offense in your game plan. Misdirection, counters, power game, maybe even some quarterback run to take the heat off of the running back.
When you look at this defense, They've certainly had their struggles against the run. The 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And this one too low. The Jets at 500, 7-7 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now it's Rodgers. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That's into the hands of Chosen. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Zuerlein good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to the self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter and misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Off-play action. It's Howell. And that's incomplete. When you talk about this Jets defense, this unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Forced out to his left.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. You gotta be kidding me.
So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Carlos Dunlap, the one who got in there to make the stop behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Rodgers to throw once more.
They'll set up the screen for Hall. Room to maneuver at the 35. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
On play action, it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzama. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
To throw is Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can preach ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that ball.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Howell with another throw. On the catch, it's Crowder. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Howell. A tough throw there across his body. It's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Howell throwing on third down here. Here's a screen for Robinson. And this won't be enough. A good secured tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 626.
On play action, Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Man open, here's Jones. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 22 yards there, a 1st down. Now Rodgers. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, 88. Back north.
Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This 2nd and 4. A toss left side for Hall. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 3rd and 2. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. This one deep for Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Jamison Crowder on the return. The Commanders take over 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Thomas brings it in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at RE. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, 626.
Here's Rodgers. And he is caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a top.
And the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On second down, a run with Hall. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll give to Hall. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him to 1st. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the 1st half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now Howell. Going right back to Dotson. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, So now third down coming up.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And Howe will throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't ready up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Ball again on second down.
There's the stiff arm, and he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught by Wilson. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
A give running right is Hall.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Samuel bringing in the slant.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd and 1 now from the 21. Throwing here, Howell.
And his throws will be incomplete. He was out there waving as
much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Complete to Logan Thomas. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Howell looking to throw again. That's out wide here for Robinson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right. Kendall Fuller in on the stop.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Howell. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Howell to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's Howell. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. 2nd down, goal to go. Howell down to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. This crowd doing all they can. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Howell. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Gano for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Howell with one final shot. Buying time to his left. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that